Well, welcome to the Lodges at Deer Valley Market Update. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties Worldwide here in Park City, Utah, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this webinar. I want to begin by looking at an overview of the Park City real estate market, then we'll turn our attention to lodges at Deer Valley. The Park City real estate market has been very strong. Over the past 12 months, there's been 1,456 sales in Park City. Now this consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land. This is all real estate brokerages combined, and that's actually up 10% or 137 sales from the year before. When we turn our attention to specifically homes, condominiums, and vacant land or lots, we're looking at a comparison of October 2014 through September 2015. This is reflected by the red bars, and then the tan or goldish tone is the 12-month period the year before. You'll notice here that with regard to homes, number of home sales are up by about 4% from 508 sales up to 530 sales. Condominiums saw the greatest number of increase from 590 sales all the way up to 732 sales. That's a whopping 24% increase in the number of sales in Park City for condominiums. So that's huge. And then for lots or vacant land, it actually dropped by about 12% from 221 sales to 194. Now do keep in mind that we have a limited inventory of vacant land for sale, so you can't sell that which isn't available, so that accounts for a good amount of the drop. It isn't for a lack of interest. But what's happening with prices? Everyone wants to know where are property values, so let's take a look at that. You're looking here at a graph of home medium sold prices, and again it's the October 2014 through September 2015 in red, and then the other bar is the year before. This time we've broken it up into Park City city limits as well as the Snyderville Basin, which is the county area of Park City. And you have here the medium sold price of a home in Park City was $1,300,000. Now it's $1,350,000. That's a 4% increase year over year. But we saw a big increase, 19% in the Snyderville Basin, with home prices climbing from $725,000 to $50,000 all the way up to $862,500. So lots of appreciation there, good demand as well. Condominiums here within the city limits up about 1% from $539,950, roughly $540,000, up to $545,000. So a little better than a $5,000 increase year over year. Snyderville Basin saw a 12% increase, with the medium price of a condominium being $345,000 the previous year, now $387,500 during this last 12-month period. And then we here see vacant land, and in Park City limits we saw an increase in price appreciation, 23%, climbing from $550,000 as the median price to $676,185. Now do keep in mind we're looking at a limited inventory, and so one or two transactions can easily account for a 23% increase. So I don't want to suggest, unfortunately, that the market hasn't increased overall by 23%. Just have to look at the individual sales. Snyderville Basin, 9% increase from $311,750 to now $340,000. So overall, you see that the number of sales are up and the prices are up in pretty much every category. This graph here takes a look at how cash sales are impacting the Park City real estate market. You can go back to 2007 and you see that approximately 1 out of every 4 sales were a cash deal. Then it became 1 out of every 2. And if you look at the first quarter of 2015, we hit our highest number of cash sales, 56%. So better than 1 out of 2 counts for every sale in Park City, according to the Park City Board of Realtors. Second quarter dropped a bit to 43%, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that interest rates are just so attractive, and there's a couple more loan packages and programs available now than there were even the previous quarter. Now let's turn our attention to the lodges at Deer Valley and see what's been happening there. Condominium sales at lodges are up 83% over last year. That's huge. That's an increase from 6 the previous year to 11%. So statistically, that's where the 83% comes from. So twice as many, almost 100% increase. Wow, that's quite healthy. So lots of attention, lots of interest in the lodges. Lodges at Deer Valley are selling at a pace of one sale every 33 days. We call this absorption rate. And what we're doing is we're basically looking at the pace of sales over the previous 12 months, doing a calculation, and statistically speaking, lodges are selling at about one every month. There's currently 6 lodge units on the market, and therefore there's about a 5-month inventory of available product there. And I do realize that according to the National Association of Realtors, a 6-month inventory is a balanced market between roughly equal number of buyers and sellers. In resort towns like Park City, a 9-month inventory is usually regarded as an equal or balanced market. So being 5 months is well, about twice as fast as a quote balanced market is in resort towns. Selling prices for the lodges have ranged anywhere from $475,000 all the way up to $835,000, with the medium sold price being $677,375, statistically down by about 2% over the previous year. Again, difference between one size unit and another could account for that. There you see it in front of you in a bar graph formula, dropped from $694,500 to $677,375. If you'd like information on the specifics on the condominiums I've referred to here, sort of in a summary fashion, at the lodges at Deer Valley, send me an email, ron@thewilsteinteam.com, or you can send it to my colleague on my team, Doug, at thewilsteinteam.com, and we'd be happy to get you current information on the lodges, or anything else in Park City for that matter. And just to let you know how you can get information about the lodges at any time you wish, is bookmark on your computer viewparkcityrealestate.com/lodges at Deer Valley. Short version is thewilsteinteam.com/lodges at Deer Valley. And well, let me just show you where that would take you to. I'm going to viewparkcityrealestate.com. That's one of our 3 exclusive websites. And if you go into your browser window and simply type in that viewparkcityrealestate.com /lodges at Deer Valley, you'll come to this page. This is a page specifically devoted to the lodges at Deer Valley, of course. And as you scroll down a little bit, you'll come to these 2 buttons. The green button says watch a webinar for an update on lodges at Deer Valley, which in effect that's what you're doing. If you hovered over it, clicked it, you'd be watching the most recent webinar on the lodges. If, however, you go to, excuse me, send current sales data on the lodges, just go over that, click on that button, and that will take you to this form. Very easy form to fill out. Takes about a minute, if that. You simply identify your property, whether it's home, condominium, or vacant land, and number of bedrooms, bathrooms, and then scroll down a little further to your contact information. Include your name. Right now it has my name in there, your email address, and if you're not receiving our newsletter, you can put your mailing address here. And if you have any particular comments or questions, type them into the comment box there, and then scroll down and click the green submit form button, and that will take you or send that form to us. So that's how you get information. By the way, going back just one step to that lodges page here, you can come to the lodges page, and as you scroll down a little further, you will see all the active listings that are on the market at the lodges, and you can click on any one of them, and that will take you to details on that property. You'll start seeing pictures of the property, and you can scroll down a little bit lower and see more details, and request information. So that's very handy. Real quickly to wrap up, I want to give you an update on the activity in terms of the Vail Resort's improvement at the Park City Mountain Resort / Canyons, now combined together under the name Park City Resort. They've invested $50 million. They've been very busy. Key part of that is the Quicksilver gondola, which is going up. The towers are all in place. They're hanging. The chairs here, this will be the gondola that links the two resorts into one, Park City Mountain Resort and formerly Canyons, now known as Canyons Village. There's also a new restaurant at the base of the Quicksilver gondola, which is also the base location of the Silver Load Express lift. If you're familiar with where that is, that's all sealed in. We'll get you some current pictures here shortly, but that restaurant will be opening for the first time ever during this upcoming ski season. And then you also have another big improvement is at the new base at the Mother Load lift. Used to be a 4-pack, now it's a 6-pack high-speed lift to get people up the mountain very quickly. So those just represent some of the key improvements at the resort, and we're quite excited about it. The resort is scheduled to open November 21st, so that's just around the corner. And you'll want to definitely plan your vacation. Unless you live here, then all you have to do is wake up. Those of you who may not be familiar with the Park City's Epic Pass, this is put on by Vail Resorts. This is a pass, and there's two that I want to highlight for you. The Epic Pass and then the Epic Locals Pass. This allows you to ski all 7,300 acres of terrain at the Park City Resort. If you get the Locals Pass, there are some blackout dates, but great bargain. And the beauty of this is you can take that same pass, go over to Vail, Beaver Creek, Tahoe. You can go outside the country to any resorts that Vail operates and use that same pass. So great deal for lots of skiing and riding. Don't want to neglect Deer Valley. Deer Valley is still open for mountain biking, but soon that will close as they prepare for the resort to open. Usually they open around the first week in December, assuming that the snow conditions are at the level that Deer Valley expects in order to open. But you'll want to, of course, check out Deer Valley. Always great to ski Deer Valley. The question we're getting asked a lot is what impact will Vail's improvements have on the Park City real estate market? We're actually going to address that in great detail in our October Market Talk webinar. And so I'm not going to address it now. I'm going to wrap up here, but if you're interested in that, be sure to check out the October Park City Market Talk webinar. And finally, let me just say that if you own a lodges at Deer Valley, curious about what it's worth, easiest way to find out is go to BuyParkCity.com, scroll down on the home page to learn what your property is worth, complete that form, or shoot myself or Doug an email, and we're happy to take a look at it and give you an evaluation. No cost, no obligation. Let me just show you where you do that on the website. Here we are on BuyParkCityRealEstate.com. Simply scroll down past Start Your Park City Search. That would be applicable if you were looking for properties. Go past our webinars and some of our listings to learn what your property is worth. Again, very quick form you fill out, similar to the one I highlighted earlier. And at the bottom of the form, you want to say under the I'm interested in additional information, choose this first box, contact me now for a free property evaluation. If any of these others are of interest to you, click those. Choose the green submit form button. That form will come to me or to Doug, and we will contact you and let you know what your property is worth. So it's really just that simple. So we hope that you'll take advantage of that. No cost, no obligation. It's available for you. Have any questions? Send me an email, ron@thewilsteinteam.com or doug@thewilsteinteam.com. If you want us to give you a call, include your phone number, preferred time, and we're happy to give you a ring. And again, want to remind you, every single month we have our Park City Market Talk webinar. Approximately 20 minutes. We cover a lot of the general market information that we covered about Park City in general in this webinar, although we do go into greater detail. Then we'll address key questions on everybody's mind, and of course those change each month. So check that out, And of course, for this upcoming October one, we're dealing with the impact of Vail's $50 million of improvements on the Park City real estate market. Thank you for watching this webinar. Hope you have found it informative, and have a great day, and hope to see you on the slopes this upcoming ski season. Bye-bye.